Welcome to lecture number 41st lecture, and we were discussing zigzag connection of 3-phase transformers. These 3-phase transformers could be 3 individual units. So far as connection is concerned, you can implement any connections, but to implement zigzag connection, of course, there is a condition that each phase must have 2 secondary coils, A1, A2, this is small a1, a2, and B1, B2, P phase primary, it will have 2 coils, A1, A2 and A3, A4, and then small B1, B2, and here it is B3, B4, and finally, the C phase. And this I have assumed these are dots, odd numbers. And last time I told you how to implement YZ1 connection. See, YZ 0 is not possible. You cannot have a YZ 0 connection. So, you think about that, but YZ1 is possible. Now, let us try today say YZ11, so that you can practice it, YZ11 connection, whether it is possible or not, that will also come out, YZ11. So, in this case primary I will short, the steps are like this, and then primary phasors I will draw, it is star connected, it is like this. This is A1, this is B1, this is C1, this point is A2, B2, C2, this side neutral, and on the secondary, the moment you do like this, you apply voltage, secondary you immediately get 2 sets of voltage for each phase, and these 2 sets are identical, A3, A4, A1, A2, A3, A4. Similarly, B1, B2, and you draw this way or not, B3, B4, and then finally, these 2 parallel to C phase, C1, C2, small C1, C2 and C3, C4. Now, in this case this is the primary voltage, whether 11 is possible, zigzag connection I know 3 terminals will be shorted. So, there will be a neutral point available, looks like a star connection. Therefore, whatever will be the phase voltage starting from that neutral of the secondary side, that A phase voltage must lead this A phase voltage. Therefore, I draw first this A phase voltage, that is at 12, and then I am expecting my thing here at 30 degree. This is also straightforward, similar to the previous one. I am just doing so that you get used to it. So, this must here from the A phase from the secondary side must come in, and I will prefer that it comes out from small a1, that is what I prefer, and naturally and similarly your B phase with respect to whoever will become the neutral, that I will see after completing this. This B phase also should come from B1 I would prefer, and similarly this is 120 degree apart, C phase must come out from this. Now, as you can easily see, this A1 it can be nicely placed here, A1, A2. Then how to reach from this point to this point? By a B phase voltage. Should I use B1, B2? No, better use B3, B4. You can use B1, B2 mind you, but you should be systematic. So, this is group 1, this is group 2. It does not matter whether you either of them you can use, but I will use put this condition. So, this will be your B3, B4, is not. Similarly, this B1 phasor is this B1, B2. I will quickly draw, and this must be come from C3, C4, C3, C4, and I know B2, C4 is to be shorted, and this fellow will come from this. That is, this is C1, C2, C1, C2, and then this is only left out thing is A3, A4. Therefore, you will be joining this time A3, B3, C3 I will short, and then I will take out the secondaries from this, then A1, A2 should be joined with B4, B3 coil. So, I will take a piece of wire A1, from A2. Oh, sorry, correct, not this one, A1, A2, then A2 should be joined with B4. So, A2 I will take and join with B4, then B2 I will join with C4, that is this one, and C2 with A4, C2 with A4, and your connection is over, and this is Y Z 11. Okay. Similarly, you can try D Z connection. This I leave you as an exercise, whether primary delta secondary zigzag can be connected or not, and what are the possibilities. So, zigzag connection essentially means that it will be two coils in series, essentially star connections, but they will belong to two different phases. There are some advantages of this connection. Now, after I have given you how to connect logically, how to implement logically different connections, I give it to you, that I will be able to do. Now, I will discuss that after these discussions, I am now familiar with the connections. The question is when to use what connections. Before I start discussing on that, now I will tell you one very important things that happen in particularly 3-phase transformers, 3-phase practical transformers. Okay. You know that if the BH curve of a core material is linear, suppose the BH curve is linear of the core material, B means this is also phi, B into area. So, if the core material and H means what? Effectively magnetizing current, it means also that we are now familiar with this. If these informations are important to understand what I will be talking about, what I am telling, if I say in the core of a transformer, I will go fast, but it will be a qualitative discussion primarily. Suppose we have a transformer, single phase transformer. Okay. What I told you, that you apply a sinusoidal voltage, a sinusoidal flux is guaranteed, nothing doing, because it has to satisfy the KVL equation there. Okay, and your supply side is a sinusoidal voltage. that is okay, fine. So, I will now examine two things. One thing is, suppose flux in the core of the transformer is sinusoidal, what will be the nature of the current? Nature of the current, if the flux is sinusoidal, suppose flux is varying like this, this is pH curve. So, go to a particular B and sketch this side is what should I say, is this the thing I mean? Yeah, this is omega t, suppose, I mean B different values, and here it is omega t. Then if this is B, or should I have been drawn here? So, for sinusoidal flux, the projection, if you want to generate this much flux, the current value too will be maximum there. It will be also sinusoidal, because projections, it is a linear line, nothing is everything is fine. Sinusoidal flux you want to create, you require sinusoidal current, that is the conclusion. Reverse way, if you pass sinusoidal current, you are guaranteed flux will be sinusoidal in the core. Okay. But we know that BH curve of the core of a practical transformer is neither linear, not a single valued function, because of the presence of the hysteresis. See, in our derivation of hysteresis laws, I did not discuss that, because till this time, because I know it is now, you will appreciate this point. Because what happens is this BH curve is not linear, not only linear, it is double valued function for a particular h for going up. So, it will be BH curve will be something like this. This is the BH curve. This is for rising value of current, you have to use this. For decreasing value of current, you have to use this. Of course, we must see that this area is thin. I have drawn it exaggerated. It should be like this, very thin. But nonetheless, there is some hysteresis. In order, why it should be thin? Because hysteresis loss you want to minimize. Area of this curve represents the hysteresis loss per unit cycle, per unit volume or kg of the iron material, that we have discussed. So, this side is the current and this side is the B or flux, I can denote it. Now, I will ask myself that if I say the value of the flux with respect to time changes like this, I will better do not put omega t like this. Suppose this is time axis, and I say that B value is changing, phi or B value is changing with this. The question is very innocent. Suppose this is B or phi. Suppose I want to create a sinusoidal flux, what should be the nature of the current? I now know it cannot be purely sinusoidal, because it is not a linear line relationship. For example, what I am telling, when B is 0 at this point and it is increasing, where from should I read the value of the current? This is omega t equal to 0, say. B is increasing. So, from this curve, so you drop a, for example, take this point at omega t equal to 1, omega t 1 at this time. This is the flux. How much current is necessary? Go horizontally. Which point should I read? This point or this point? It is a double valued thing. Phi is increasing. So, phi is increasing means this one. So, come here and read the value of the current, this much current, and this where should I plot? I will plot it at omega t equal to 1. This much I will say is the instantaneous value of the current needed. At omega t equal to 0, phi is 0, but flux is increasing. Should I read from this curve or this curve? From increasing flux. So, from this curve only. So, at omega t equal to 0 also it will have some value here, not 0, phi 0, it is not that exciting current is 0 because of the presence of this one. So, in this way I can map each value of flux and get the current waveform. Now, this current waveform will be periodic no doubt, but will be distorted, not pure. Suppose it is 50 hertz, phi is changing, I want to create a 50 hertz flux, one frequency. And why I want to create a single frequency flux here? Because my induced voltage across the secondaries, which is going to supply a load, that will have a single frequency voltage. I do not want any other harmonic component of voltage to be induced, only phi should be there. That is my ideal thing I am desiring. Here whatever phi is there, that must be phi max cosine omega t. But what I am telling, this flux distribution, the current distribution here will not be linear, it will be distorted, but periodic in nature. I am not sketching in the notes I have drawn nicely. So, the thing is, the conclusion is, because of the hysteresis loop, because BH curve is of this type, to create sinusoidally varying flux in the core, current needed is periodic, but distorted. What this distorted means? It means that since the current waveform is periodic, I can do the Fourier analysis. Periodic with same frequency omega, I mean time period will be 50 milli, with that supply periodicity, because this flux is moving with some periodic time. So, with the same periodic time it will be changing, but the question is that can be then Fourier analyzed, that is it will be of 50 hertz only this. So, current waveform maybe it will be like this and repeating. Are you getting? This is the magnetizing current, but not sinusoidal, and it can be broken up into a fundamental 50 hertz and lot of odd harmonics, because it is the negative half is same as the positive half and so on. Therefore, only odd harmonics will be present if you Fourier analyze this exciting current. And you know, with higher order harmonics, the amplitude of the coefficient of the harmonic terms, they get reduced generally, and therefore, is periodic but distorted with a strong fundamental component with predominant third harmonic, predominant third harmonic component. Got the point? That is the exciting current in this coil. Then I will demand do not pass pure sinusoid current. If your goal is to pass to create a sinusoidal flux in the core, and you are planning to get one frequency voltage across the secondary of the coil of fundamental frequency, then the exciting current pure sinusoid will not do. If you neglect the other higher order harmonics, you will demand that there should be a 50 hertz component current as well as 150 hertz component of current must be present, in order that flux in the core can be sinusoidal of 50 hertz. One frequency flux 50 hertz to be created, and you require a 50 hertz component current and 150 hertz component current. Other higher order harmonics, fifth harmonic 250 hertz, okay, we are neglecting for the time being. So, this is the thing. The reverse problem is that exciting current is suppose sinusoidal, sinusoidal of one frequency, say 50 hertz, then how the flux will look like, how the flux will look like. Means what I do not know very good English, but anyway it is there. So, the problem is like this, same core, but this time you pass sinusoidal current from a current source. This exciting current I will pass some I max sin omega t. I have forced it a current source. Imagine you need not bother. Suppose sinusoidal current, it is excited. I want to know what will be the nature of, then what will be the nature of flux wave, then better what will be, then what will be the nature of B or phi, that is what. So, same problem. So, draw the BH curve. As I have drawn previously. This is the BH curve. Now, what I am telling is this is omega t, and I am telling now this current waveform, mind you this axis is either current or H. This axis is B or phi for a transformer. Now, what I am telling, I will make the current waveform sinusoidal 50 hertz, one frequency. Will B the reverse way, current is sinusoidal, what is the nature of B? In the previous case what I told, if you want to create B sinusoidal, what is the nature of the current? Current is distorted. In the same way, if you want to create pass a 50 hertz current, what is this axis? I. Then the flux which will be produced, once again I will sketch it. Suppose current is 0 and increasing, this point. Current is increasing and 0, this is the B produced, not 0, is not. So, B will be some negative value at this time, and I can go for each of the point. When the current has positive some value, that is this value, this is corresponding to say omega t 1. At omega t 1, how much is the flux? Negative. Huh? Oh, flux is 0, correct. Omega t 1 flux is 0. So, it will be somewhat, it will now be distorted. Are you getting? Point by point if you go, because of this double valued nature of the function of the BH curve. So, the nature of B or phi will be distorted, but periodic. Why not? But periodic. Then this B distribution or phi once again can be Fourier analyzed, and you will see that it has got a strong fundamental with lot of odd harmonics, because the positive and negative excursion of this B will be same. Therefore, I will say that what will be the nature of B or phi? The answer is it will be distorted, but periodic, after Fourier analysis. I am sorry. After Fourier analysis, you will come to the conclusion that a strong fundamental, that is 50 hertz in this case, with a predominant third harmonic component, predominant third harmonic component. So, in summary I will say that to create flux, to create 50 hertz flux in the core, I am not writing this, we require magnetizing current, having 50 hertz component, 50 hertz fundamental plus 150 hertz component. Amplitude I am not telling, a little thing will be required for majority will be this. Similarly, to create I will say if magnetizing current magnetizing current is forced to be sinusoidal, core flux will have a strong fundamental that is 50 hertz component, same result opposite way, and plus 150 hertz component of flux. So, this is necessary to know, and this is all because the BH curve is not a straight line. Okay. It is because of the hysteresis loop present. So, what happens is, if suppose the core flux you want to create 50 hertz one frequency, that is 50 hertz only, sinusoidally varying, then I am telling exciting current then should have a 50 hertz component plus a 150 hertz component. The reverse way, if somebody says, okay, magnetizing current I will somehow manage it to be 50 hertz one frequency fundamental 50 hertz component, no distortion, then what will be the nature of the flux? Then also the core flux will be distorted and it will have both 50 hertz and a 150 hertz predominant harmonic component. We will continue with this discussion in the light of transformer connections. Thank you.